in the comments below. It just brings me so much joy. It's your little way to wave to me or give me a high five over the interwebs. Let me see. Yay, the sound is working. The birds are chirping outside. We are in good shape, my friends. In good shape. Let's see if it's working on my main profile. It is. Yay. So come on in. Say hello, lovely. Makes me happy, my friends. All right, so today is hair day. For those of you who don't know, I went through a crazy hair transition in my life. I decided to embrace my natural silver strands. How many years ago now? 3 years ago, I want to say. A very long time ago. And I've been going gray since I was 21. So I've had silver strands just continue to grow on my head for many, many years. And I just dyed it. I used to do box dye. I would go to the salon. I just did all these different things. Hey Sandy, how are you? Thanks for putting the hashtag hello lovely. So good to see you, my friend. So I just really wanted to eventually embrace my hair because it got to a point about 3 years ago where I had to go to the salon like once a month. My silvers were popping, and I know it's tough to see because I'm indoors, but trust me, they're there. So I cut off all my hair. I did like this really cool shaved undercut. I had a fun grow out for the top layers, ended up getting a pixie. It was just super duper fun. And at the end of the day, I have now been growing my hair out, and I got these really cute bangs around Christmas time, and I'm on the struggle bus right now because I do not know what to do with my day 2 bangs. Okay, I'm someone, I don't wash my hair every single day. I shower, but like I don't wash my hair, and I just kind of don't really know what to do. So I washed yesterday, and I'm going to the hair salon today because I want to tell her, like, this is what I got to work with. How do I bring it to life without adding too much product? I have issues when I have too much product on my face. Hi Melvina, how are you? Hey Juanita, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Great to see you. I'm actually starting off, so I already did my skincare, and I'm actually gonna put setting spray on my face. I'm gonna do what's called a setting spray sandwich, and I'll tell you why in 1 minute. So, setting spray sandwich is setting spray, primer, setting spray. It's a lot of stuff on your face before you put even makeup on. This is kind of my go-to during the super humid summer. This is my go-to if I have an event like a wedding or something. If I want like hardcore grip on my face, I do a setting spray sandwich. My computer's being a little on the noisy side. Can you guys hear it? Can you hear the computer fan? I hope it's okay. But because I'm going to the hair salon, I know that I'm going to be having the blow dryer. I know that I'm going to be having her washing my face. So I want to make sure that this stays on my face. If you have ever done a setting spray sandwich, let me know because I had never heard about it before I started to do my makeup adventure. So you let that setting spray dry in your face for a moment, and then you go in with your primer, whatever kind of primer you like. Regular primer, hydrating, mattifying, whatever it is, you put it on once that setting spray has lasted a little bit. Sandy says that she went prematurely gray too. She colors once a month. I admire you for embracing it. 55 next month. Think about going all gray too. Oh, yay. Sandy, you know what? Especially right now with the pandemic, like people don't see you as often. You know what I mean? So I say go for it. Go for it, girlfriend. Try it out. My whole thing was because I went prematurely gray. I went prematurely salt and pepper, okay? I'm not a full out like white or silver haired girl. There are girls who are my age who are like white or full out silver. I am not that. I am a salt and pepper. You could see it now. See that? I'm salt and pepper. And I was just thinking about it, like my mom had dark hair, you know, when she was young, and then she ended up having breast cancer and lost all of her hair, and then it grew back and she had a lot of grays, and so she went blonde. She just would dye her hair blonde like many people. Blonde really kind of like hides a lot of those gray highlights a lot. So she went blonde, and for most of my teenage years and like young adult years, she had blonde hair. And then she started to go a little bit more brunette. And then she just fully went all out, like, let's embrace silver. So you can see my silver is silver. I don't have white. Like when my silvers are here, they are like a gorgeous grayish silver. That's what my mom's whole head is. And so I know that's what I'm going to be. I know I'm going to have like Daenerys Targaryen silver streaks in my hair. And so the more I was thinking about it, I was like, you know, I don't want my kids to have me. I'm using hydrating primer, just so you know, underneath my eyes. This is one of my little tricks. If you have maturing eyes, if you have dry, crepey eyes, I'm going to suggest to you that no matter what face primer you use, put hydrating primer at least underneath your eyes. Okay, I don't put hydrating primer on my face every day, all day, but at least under my eyes, I'm doing hydrating. I just find it makes a really big difference for me. So I decided, you know what? I don't want my kids to have me being dark hair, being blonde, one day being gray hair, and have them be like, wow, Mom, you got old so quickly, you know? Because I hate that like gray hair means old. It doesn't. It's just, this is how my hair coloring is. So I decided, let's see what happens. So as I said, I shaved the undercut. I let things grow in, because one of the cool things, Sandy and anyone else who kind of wants to start their gray journey, Melissa just chopped all of hers off and she's more salt and pepper too, but your hair, yep, your grays are showing more. I love it. You don't know like where it all is until you let it grow in. You need to let it grow in for a couple of months, and you may have more silvers than you thought or less. I thought I was gonna have a lot more. So as I said, you can see my coloring. I thought I was gonna have a lot more silvers. And so when it grew in, I was like, yay, except I was all in. I wanted the silver hair. I wanted to be Daenerys Targaryen from the books. It's okay, because what's happened now is, now that I have this hair, is that as I get older, as time goes on, as more hair does become silver and gray, it's just gonna naturally grow in more. And to me, I wanted my daughter to see this progression. I didn't want her to have like, Mom was brunette until she was 68 and then she was silver, you know. I also didn't want to have to go through the skunk grow out. You guys know what I'm talking about. Like when people like grow it out and it's like they've been dying for so long that they have so much concentration of their silver hair that they either have to cut it all off or there's a very, very dramatic streak. And I just figured, I'll do it now. I'll do it now. Okay, so I let the setting spray on my face, then I did the primer. I let the primer sit for a little bit, and now I'm gonna do setting spray again. Once again, this is called the setting spray sandwich. This is for your maximum grip. I'm getting my hair done today, so I know that there's gonna be blow dryers and water, all this kind of stuff. So I am making sure that nothing is budging on this face. If your makeup budges a lot, if you're in a humid environment, if you have a big event going on, setting spray sandwich is gonna be your best friend. Hi, Julie. So Melissa, I think I'm just gonna be going and kind of like asking her to help me. So I got my bangs, my curtain bangs in December. We had done just like a little trim in December. So I just want her to help shape, but I also want her to help me with what I do on day 2 straight hair. Okay, my curly hair journey, it's all over the place. I am not fully invested in the curly hair journey. I have tried it many days. Some days it goes well, and then it's a hot mess express on day 2. I think I'm using too much product. But I have more success on straight hair days. Either I air dry on day 1, and then I just kind of like use my blow dryer just a little bit to kind of curl the ends under, add a little volume. But it's on day 2 and 3 because of how I sleep. Like the bangs might be really cute on day 1, and then the bangs do this. I feel like I am Sean Hunter from Boy Meets World. I feel like I'm a oh goodness. Close that window, that was abrasive. I feel like I'm a 1990s boy with like the middle part and the hair going like this. So I just don't know how to not feel like a 1990s boy, to style it. Like if I just need to take a curling iron to it every once in a while and spend a minute or two to zhuzh it up, great. But the other problem that I have is that I don't want to spend too much product in my hair to revive it, to style it. My hair does really, really well if I have little product. If I just have minimal heat protectant, a little bit of something here or there. But once I start to layer on too many products over the days, my hair just gets gross and it feels more coarse than it really is. Just not nice. So instead what I end up doing is just having my hair like this, just straightened down. I brush it and I'm good to go, but it just doesn't really have any life or body or direction to it. Well, throwback, right, Melissa? I know. For all my zennials out there, my zennial friends. I was just talking with Blake yesterday about how awkward it is to be a Zennial. So a Zennial is like the gen that I am. It's the micro gen in between Gen X and Millennial. It's like we associate with both of them. I think it's from like 78 or 79 to like 83. It's a really, really small gen. All right, so setting spray sandwich is on. I'm gonna do stick foundation today. Stick foundation is one of my favorites. It's really, really easy to use. It can be light to full coverage. It has a nice dewy finish. It looks super youthful. And I'm using the shade Lace. We're gonna see how this goes, as I did spray tan again yesterday, in case you're wondering why I look so tan. It's fake. It's just me playing around. So I've got a lot of age spots that picked up that self tanner. I will next time know not to go on there, so I just put a big old X right on them. When you're using your foundation, rather than hardcore like painting on a thick gob of it all over your face, go for the areas that need the most coverage and then blend from there. A lot of people have discoloration like on the center of their face. I have, you know, my age spots, they're kind of more on the high points of my cheeks. I've got discoloration oftentimes on my upper lip. And I am not putting foundation underneath my eyes, as I will go in with concealer. So yeah, so that's really where I'm at, is I just need to figure out how do I easily, minimally style my hair on days 2 and 3. So I'm going in with day 2 hair. With day 2 unstyled hair. I was reading how all these different like pet peeves of hairstylists, if there's any hairstylists that watch this, you have to let me know if it's true, about how some of their pet peeves are when you go in and like you haven't washed your hair is gross, because you're like, oh, I knew you were gonna wash it anyway, and they're like, ew, nasty. So, and then another pet peeve, which I am totally guilty of, is when they're washing your hair, you like keep your eyes open. That's me. They say it looks like super weird, like you're an alien or something. The hairstylist used to be at the salon that had this gorgeous tiled ceiling. And so I would just look at the ceiling and like admire it. But now I know I probably looked like a bonkers crazy person to her as she washes my hair. So I'm gonna try my best today to keep my eyes closed. All right, so I got the stick foundation. I just kind of pat and swirl it in. This is great, once again, if you have more mature skin, if you have dry skin, if you have texture skin. It doesn't highlight or showcase any of that. It's really, really hydrating. It's not my favorite in the hot, humid months, I'll be real with you. This is more like this time of year, when I want more fuller coverage and I want that dewy finish. So now I'm just gonna go on areas that need a little bit more coverage. So I'm gonna go right on those 3 age spots that are showing themselves off, loud and proud. You can do this with concealer. This is another thing that I love about the stick foundation, is it doubles as concealer. If you are someone who wants to up your makeup game, maybe, you know, you've got stuff that's over a year old, because usually makeup has about a year's shelf life. And if you haven't bought makeup since the pandemic began, I can talk with you. I can help you out. Stick foundation, you can use it under your eyes to cover acne, to cover age spots, minimal to full coverage. You can't beat it. You really can't beat it. It's so, so easy. All right, so I'm just gonna cover a couple more of those little spots, press and blend, and now I am going to contour. One of my good friends, she's so cute. She's like, I watched your contouring video and now I feel like a pro and I need to do it. I love to contour with a darker stick foundation. So I contour when I do more medium to fuller coverage foundation, and I'm just going to go underneath that cheekbone, around my forehead, because I have a large forehead. This adds dimension and warmth into your face, which you kind of erased when you do more medium to full coverage foundation. When you do the medium full, you're getting rid of discoloration, you're getting rid of age spots, you're getting rid of acne showcasing and shining through, you're possibly even getting rid of dark under eye circles, but in the process, you're getting rid of your dimension. You're getting rid of your cheekbones popping. You're getting rid of the fact that like that dimension also makes you look a little thinner, kind of slims down your face, warms up your face, and makes you look more human. So that's why I do it. I don't contour to like look super duper fake or change my whole entire face shape, but I just find it warms my face. For those of you who are like bronzer girls, you know, you like to have a little bit of bronze, a little bit of glow, you may want to just try contouring, especially this time of year. You know, the sun-kissed glow, of course, we go for like in spring and summer, but contouring adds that warmth in while slimming your face, and it just adds really, really nice dimension. Have any of you who are contoured? Let me know. Let me know. Before I do my, I go to my hair appointment, I'm going to be doing a training. We have taken on so many people into Magic, which is our team that does makeup sales. And I have just been so excited because a lot of people on my team, you know, aren't like me. They don't work from home. They've got full-time jobs, busy families, busy lives and stuff, and they just do it as like a little side thing. And it has been so awesome to see this team grow and to see the sisterhood grow. And we're doing a lot of fun things in March. So I'm doing this huge, big push. You've probably seen it. If you look in my stories, we're doing this huge event in March to really help set people up for success. And we're challenging people that if you want to try it out with us for the spring, to give it a go, to give it 90 days, to try it on out with us, see what you think. If not, no strings attached, but see if people want to either make some more money or have some friendships, some connections. So if you're interested, please, please, please send me a message. It's going to be starting in about 5 days. All right, going in now with my concealer. I want to brighten, tighten my under eyes. I go right there. And then underneath right there, I don't go hardcore with my concealer in the beginning. I just take a little bit and then I use my ring finger and tap, 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 tap. You can use a brush. I've got a couple of brushes that I wanted to show you. Like if you have a concealer brush like this, a more densely packed tiny brush, you can use that to help spread it out. I generally use my fingers with my concealer. It's just me. I know not everybody likes to use their fingers, but I do. The shade that I'm using for concealer right now is the shade Organza. It's another light shade. So you want to go 1 or 2 shades lighter if you're doing what I'm doing right now, which is called highlighting. You can either use the same shade as your foundation, or you can go a little bit lighter. Hi, Christina. Oh, I can see people's names now. Oh my goodness gracious, I'm so excited. Sarah says, your hair is lovely. Thank you. Ash says, layers, 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 right? My problem with layers for my hair is that just the bottom layer gets so thin, and when I put it in a ponytail, it's like the saddest little thing. I could see with a cut to chin line. Anytime I know someone is going to be that close to my face, I close my eyes. I had my eyebrows threaded yesterday and kept my eyes shut the whole time. I don't know why. I don't know why I was opening my eyes while I was getting my hair washed. But now I know that that's like not proper. Oops. You don't know these things. You don't know these things until you, I think I learned it on like a radio station. You know, when it's like John Tesh, like these are the top things, or Ryan Seacrest, these are the top things that bother hairstylists. Oh well. Sorry that I've kept my eyes open. All right, so I'm gonna take that same shade and highlight down the center of my face. Highlighting is the opposite of contouring. Contouring, you're adding dark and depth, and highlighting, you're bringing light and bringing it forward. At this point, you can use your fingers, your brush, or a blending blade. I'll just use that little bit of a brush, and then I'll just go back to my foundation brush. Just use this to smudge it out a wee bit. It is easy, Christina, I promise, I promise. It takes a little practice, contouring. Because it's like, if you've never done it before, it looks crazy, you know what I mean? Until you blend it out. And then it kind of gets to a point where you also need to add your blush. So that's why I really recommend that if you want to contour for more medium to fuller coverage foundation, just know it's because you have to add color back. It's because you took out the color. You have to add the blush back. You have to add the warmth back. And then I take whatever is left with that concealer shade and I go underneath that cheekbone. It kind of cleans that up a little bit. So you want to have light here and actually a little bit of light down here, so that way you don't look like you have a beard. Fun fact. Don't want to look like you have a beard. All right, let's set this. So I am getting my hair done. I'm gonna have blow dryer. I'm gonna have water being sprayed all over near my face. I need to make sure that this does not move anywhere. I'm gonna be using a setting powder. So I had my setting spray, primer, setting spray sandwich on the bottom that's holding onto it really tight onto my face, and now I want to make sure that it doesn't fly off anywhere. So I'm going to take a little bit of setting powder. Setting powder is light, translucent, meaning it's not adding any more coverage. It doesn't have any color to it. You could also take like your pressed powder. Most people have like a pressed powder compact. You could also set it with that. Because this is a creamy based stick foundation, I really want to lock it in place so it doesn't also get all over my mask, since, you know, you gotta wear your mask when you get your hair done. Which is just part of where we are in this day and age. I took forever to go get my hair done. I didn't get my hair done until December of last year because I was just like, nope, I don't need it. I'm growing my hair out. It's a pandemic. And then, yeah, we got these bangs, and now I'm just in this questionable state of where do I go from here? That's when you know. That's when you need to go back to your stylist. Is like when you wake up and you're like, oh, what am I doing with this? It doesn't do anything that I want. It's because you need to go back to the hairstylist. Hairstylist friends, they're agreeing. They're probably shaking their heads being like, yep, that's your cue. That is the cue. So the setting powder is also going to mattify a bit of that stick foundation. I put a lot of it on the lower portion of my face so it doesn't get stuck in my mask. I may even put setting spray on top of this. I like really want to lock this in my face so that way, because of the hairstylist, I don't want it to move or budge anywhere. You kind of almost can't do too much setting spray. There's like no such thing. It's like hairspray when you have a wedding. You can't have too much. You just go for it. Let's add a little bit of blush. As I said, when you do a bit more fuller coverage foundation, you do want to do a bit more blush. But yeah, this is, as I said, this is what I'm working with. And it's this kind of bend that I don't know what to do because I don't know. It's not working for me right now, guys. Not working for me. Oh man. At least I can be in control of my makeup. I feel like I've got a good grasp on makeup. And it's funny because when I cut my hair super short and I did the undercut, I felt so creative. Like I just did all these different braids and I did fun things, and I did curl it a lot. I did a lot of curling. When you have short hair, those of you with short hair, you know, when you have short hair, you have to style it every day. You have to, even if you're just running your fingers through and adding a little bit of product. But then when you get long hair, you get to be a little bit lazy. Hey Sam, how are you? Good to see you, Samantha. Missed you. When you get longer hair, you could just be lazy and you can like throw in a ponytail or a messy bun or whatever. Or you could just be like me and like brush it once and be like, yeah, that'll do. But it's not doing it for me anymore. I need to go. I need to go take care of it a little bit. All right, so I'm adding in this blush. I go a little extra with my blush and then I blend it. So if blush isn't your thing, don't feel like you need to do what I do, but I grab just a clean, fluffy, big brush and then I just blend it a little bit. But I don't know, blush peaks me up a little bit. It makes me happy. Makes me feel human again. All right, we've got that going on. I am gonna go and add a little bit of Luminizer to add that glow. I love having a light catching color. It just makes me so happy. I'm glad you're doing well. Glad you're doing well, Sam. So I'm putting this on the high point of my cheek. You do your contour, your blush, and then your highlight. Highlight really just catches that light. You can even take a very light shimmer eyeshadow and use it as a luminizer. So you put it on the upper portions of your cheekbones, underneath your brow. That's going to help lift your eyes and your little brow bones. I put a little bit on the tip of my nose. Some people go all the way down their nose. I sometimes put a little bit more in the center of my nose. Cupid's bow. And this is all just gonna bring things forward. It's gonna catch people's eyes, but it's kind of like, it's gonna bring them forward looking like they're higher, a bit more pulled up, a bit more lifted, whereas the contouring is making it look a little bit more sunken in. So it's all like an optical illusion. That's really all we're doing, is with light and dark, adding an optical illusion. Sam says, it just fills my heart to see that you have closed captioning on here. Yay! I'm glad. Yes, me too. Most people don't listen to things nowadays. You know, we got like our phones on and we are with our kids or we're playing on our phones and we're supposed to be doing something else. So I am happy for the closed captioning as well. I clicked a little button and the magic worked. I try to always add little captions too to even my stories because I know for me, I don't get to always listen. So I added that highlight also on the inner corner of my eyes as well. Uh-oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Don't sneeze, Mary, don't sneeze. I'm gonna take my brow liner brush, and I have really thick brows, so I just brush through them. If you have thinner brows, you will want to fill them in. For me, I just take a little brush through, and I'm good to go on most days, especially if I'm doing more minimalistic makeup. And I wanna wear waterproof mascara if I can find it. I should have had this ready. There we go. Got it. There we go. Sam says, I have partial deafness in my left ear, so I have a hard time hearing a lot of times, so this helps a ton. Oh, yay, I'm glad it helps, Sam. Glad it helps. All right, I've got an itchy nose. Go, get it. Hey, Blake. Thanks for watching, my love. I'm going to do my waterproof mascara, but before I do, I'm going to do another setting spray. Remember I said, there's no way you can go overboard with setting spray. If you want to lock it on your face, lock it on your face. I like to do setting spray before my mascara. That's just my personal preference. While that's drying, I will add a little bit of a lip color. I'm gonna do Easy Street. It's been my go-to. It's just a great, simple nude, and I'm finding it's not coming off on my mask. Like, it has a little bit of transfer in the beginning. You can just take a tissue, a paper towel, and blot it. But for me, after about 20 minutes, just like having my decaf coffee or doing whatever I do, it will stay on my lips all day and not come off on my mask. And it's just really pretty. I have also used this as a blush. So for my makeup minimalists, it's a 2-in-1. Really, really pretty color. All right, let's go in with my waterproof mascara. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna do the lash primer. You don't have to do lash primer, but when you're just doing no eyeshadows like I am today, I feel like the lashes need to sing from the rooftops and have their fullest potential. You get the fullest potential with the lash primer. The lash primer is the push-up bra for your lashes, okay? It's gonna take your mascara to its ultimate level. It's gonna make your lashes look thick, look a little bit longer, really separated, and is a daily deep conditioning treatment. Now, if your lashes are not long and you want them to be longer, or if you want to grow your brows a little bit, you are going to want to check out my Lash Serum. I do recommend that the Lash Serum is good for those of you who have a nightly skincare routine. If you do not yet have a nightly skincare routine, you're not going to use the Lash Serum because it has to be used every night. So I do it as like part of my skincare. I wash my face, I put on my moisturizer, I put on my Lash Serum. If you're not that level yet, we'll get there, but I would recommend that at least this lash primer if you're a lash person. And right now, with masks and everything, I think everybody should be lash people. Oh, I know. Isn't he nice, Christina? Christina's saying, isn't it so nice that Blake always comes on to watch my videos? He comes on and then he'll tell me, oh, you need to move this way. That's probably what he's going to say. Mary, you're not blocking the blue light. You're in the wrong spot. Is that what you would tell me right now, Blake? You're sitting in the wrong area. He's very sweet, but he's also my director. Move over to your left. I'd probably, if he had his cell phone on him, he would be texting me, probably. And I will look for your phone, Blake. That's probably why he's on, to remind me to look for his phone. Let's do the other eye. So if you want your lashes to be the star of the show, either do what I did, putting concealer on your eyelid, set it, or wear a very light eyeshadow. If you want your lashes to be the star of the show, you want it to be a very light background so that they can be their fullest without having to compete with colorful or dark eyeshadows. Okay, so a nice light, possibly even light reflecting color. So I put that highlight in the inner corner. And I am wearing waterproof because I'm gonna go get my hair done. Who knows what's gonna happen? I'm really adventurous when it comes to my hair. So frequently I just go to the chair and I'm like, do whatever you want to do. Like last time she told me, she said, oh, curtain bangs are in. Let's do curtain bangs. Okay. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to do just the lower outer third of my lashes down here. So I don't have long eyelashes on the bottom. Even though I use the Lash Serum, they've grown, but they're not like super, super long. So I actually like to just do the tips of them. I don't go to the base of my eyelash. This is gonna make my eyes look bigger, okay? So by doing the tips of your lower lashes and by not using an eyeliner or anything like that, it's gonna make almost the whites of your eye look like they go a little bit bigger, like a little further. I need to clean that little sucker up for a hot second, excuse me. So I get my spoolie to clean that out. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom. So it added definition to those lashes, but didn't add like an eyeliner look to the bottom. So it's not trying to close my eyes off at all. Let's see. Christine says I can do that too. I'm always the one on Zoom calls. It's like, hey, can you fix your camera? All I can see is your eyes. Yes. All right, my friends. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I will share with you what we end up doing with my hair later. She may just tell me, like, take a curling iron and give it some oomph, give it a little lift. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I hope that you have a great weekend. As always, thank you for watching this Minute with Mary. If you ever have any questions, skincare, makeup, maybe you already have makeup at home and you don't even know how to use it, or you want to try something different, or maybe your eye shape is different than mine and you try my tricks and they don't really work with you, message me. Honestly, I'm telling you right now, like, yes, you're watching me on your phone and you're like, oh, does she really mean it? I really mean it. This is what I do. This is how I make money for my family. And so whether you purchase from me or I'm able to help teach you something and it helps you feel more confident with the makeup that you already have, it brings me great joy. So thank you as always for watching this Minute with Mary. I hope you have a lovely weekend and I will talk with you all very soon. Bye.